First, Halle,
Yes.
Ariel and Eric have a more complex relationship in this film. Can you explain?
Yes, I definitely feel that Ariel and Eric's relationship is definitely a bit more nuanced in this version. You get to understand the reasoning for their connection and their genuine friendship, and I think you see that in their shared interests. You know, Ariel's grotto is very similar to Eric's library, and them just collecting the things that they love and their thirst for adventure, for the world that they don't know. So I think when you get to see that relationship between them both, it helps you understand why they connect so much in the first place.
Jonah, same question.
Yeah, I think their relationship is really built on friendship. I think it's about their shared value systems, their shared view of the world. They're both people that always want to look outwards and not in. I think they're quite restless, and I think they want more. I think they want to explore, they want to go on adventures, and that connects them so much. I think there's all of that Disney romance that we all know and love, but I think they also connect on a really deep level as well, and I think we saw them as kindred spirits.
Halle, how similar are each of you to your characters?
Ooh, well, I will definitely say, if I can speak for Jonah, I think Jonah is very similar to Prince Eric because I think he's a really good leader. He's a good example of a leader. He's very kind, compassionate, and also just curious, much like Prince Eric, and has a thirst for wonder in the world. And I really think he's very similar to Prince Eric, especially in the film.
I told her to say that.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to speak for you, and I'm going to say Halle is everything Ariel needed to be. She has that beautiful voice, and she's so kind, and she's so strong, and she's knows who she is, and she knows what she wants, and she's funny, and she's full of love for people, and those are all qualities that Ariel has. So
Thanks,
it was good
Jonah.
casting.
All right, either one of you can take this. Can you talk about the unique rehearsal process on this film?
Yeah. Should I go? The rehearsal process was unlike anything I'd experienced before. Rob and John, the director and producer, they're dancers originally, and they're choreographers, and they come from the theatre world. And I think you really felt that because we had so much time to rehearse, to workshop the script, to really understand who these characters are. And that was great because on a film of this size, there's a lot of stuff going on around you. It's a huge scale, there's a huge circus when you're filming the scenes. And so that rehearsal process meant that we could really dig into who the people are and really understand their emotional journey, so that when all of that crazy stuff was happening around us, we could rely on that and be grounded by that. And that was amazing. And then, of course, there was all the training aspect as well, which you had probably the most of all, which included horse riding training and scuba diving training and gym training, dog training.
Yeah,
There's
a lot of training.
But it was unique and I think set us up really well for filming.
And this is the last question. Why was Rob Marshall the ideal director to bring this story to the big screen?
Wow, I definitely feel Rob Marshall was by far the most ideal director to do this because he is such a visionary. He's so passionate, and he's also a very meticulous perfectionist. And I think that that's something beautiful when a creative who has such vision is able to articulate exactly what they see and what they want for a film. And ultimately, that is, that makes a great director who can give direction in that way and show you and tell you what the vision is supposed to be. So I also think because he has a great eye for talent, because he's talented himself, like Jonah said earlier, they're dancers, they grew up in this creative musical world and know exactly what's great and what's not. And I feel like Rob was able to put together a beautiful cast because of that vision that he's had for so long. So